Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a Father's Day gift. I'm using the Cheers and Sips bundle today along with the Stylish Shapes dies and the Spotlight on Nature dies for the 2 circles. The total box measures 5 1/4 by 1 1/4 by 4. Okay, so I'm doing 2 boxes because even a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, it won't be enough for the 2 boxes. So I made 2 separate ones and put them together. Now in this side, I have coasters for Dad that I made. The coaster blanks are from Amazon and they're really nice. They're like stretchy, so they're really good quality. The Man, the Myth, the Legend with Dad, and I gave him 2 of each. And this one is on Cricut Design Space, I believe, but this one I had to get. Welcome to my whiskey bar, good friends, good drinks, and great times. So that's my project. Whoops, nope, yep. And then in this little sidecar is some whiskey, which my husband likes. All right. Now I messed up the whole aesthetic, but I'll fix it. All right, now, since we're doing 2 boxes to put together. Now, you can just do the 1 box and put whatever it is you want in it. You don't have to add the side one. But we need 1 piece of cardstock that is 11 by 5 1/4. And then for the smaller piece, we need a piece of cardstock that is 5 1/2 by 5 1/4. All of this pattern paper is from the Celebratory SIPS DSP. And this circle from the Stylish Shapes dies is 2 1/2. And this is from Daffodil Delight cardstock. And it is 2 3/4 from the Spotlight on Nature dies. All right. So for the large box, we need 2 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. We needed 5 pieces total that are 1 by 3 3/4. 1 that is horizontal for the bottom of this box, and then 4 that are the same 1 by 3 3/4, but they are vertical, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry if this is confusing. And then we need 1 piece that is 1 by 1 to go on the bottom of this box. All right. We also need from the Stylish Shapes dies this tag. All right, I'll go through it all again when we're doing it. All right, so let me get my Simply Scored. And it'll be written down on my blog, so it'll be easier. On the 11-inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/4, 5 1/4, 6 1/2, and 10 1/2. Now we're going to turn it to the 5 1/4 inch side and score at 1 1/4. So that's our large box. Okay, now we're going to go to the second piece that is 5 1/2 by 5 1/4. We're going to start on the 5 1/2 inch side, score at 1/2, 1 3/4, 3, and 4 1/4. Turn it to the 5 1/4 inch side and score at 1 1/4. All right, now fold and burnish all your score lines. All right, so we'll do the big one first. The 1/2 inch rectangle is over here, and there is a 1 inch strip on the bottom and over here. And this is what we're going to be doing. Okie doke. So let's start over here. Go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, then wedge both sides. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line, and then wedge those. And then go to the last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up. And then the only thing we have to do on the other side is wedge up on the other side of that 1/2 inch rectangle. And that's what your large piece should look like when you're done. Okay, now we're going to work on the small one. The 1/2 inch rectangle is over here, and there is 1 inch strips here, and all of the smaller strips are up over there. All right, so we're going to start on this side, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. I'm sorry, I didn't show you what we're going to do. Oh, now you're going to see my messy writing because I had to redo it a couple times. And that's what we're going to be doing. Okay? All right. All right, you're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. Go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then wedge. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line, and then wedge this rectangle here. Okay, and then we want to just cut a little tiny bit off of these wedged pieces because they kind of get in the way. Okay, and then the only thing we have to do on the other side is wedge up. All right, now let's put, because we have to do some cutting down, let's put our DSP on first. All right, so when this is closed, this side is going to be against, so we don't need one on the first, okay? But we need these 3 pieces, that 3 of the pieces that are 1 by 3 1/4 on these 3. Okay, so let's put them on with liquid glue. Okay, and then this first panel is the panel that we want to cut our little finger grabber, I guess you could call it. And I'm using a 7/8 inch, but you could use up to 1 inch. I'm just trying to get this centered. And there we go. Not quite centered, but that's enough. All right, and that's what I'm going to put extra pictures. That's what your cardstock should look like when you're finished putting the DSP on. All right, now for the other piece. Now the 1/2 inch rectangle is over there. All right, and I'm going to put the 2 largest pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 are going to go here and here. Okay, so let's just put them on. I don't usually put the DSP on before, but these are skinny boxes and we have to put them together, so I want to make sure we put the DSP on the right panels. Okay, and this box is going to attach to this side, so we don't need one of the DSP pieces there, but we need it on this side. Okay, and then this is our front right here, so this is where we want that horizontal patterned piece right there. Okay, I figured this was easier to show you flat than to try to explain it. All right, now I'm going to use our 2 3/8 inch punch to cut our little dip in the front. I'm just going to eyeball it, try to get it about the same on both sides. But you could do anything close to 2 3/8, 2 1/2 or 2, whatever you've got. All right, and that's what your cardstock should look like when you're finished putting the DSP on that. All right, now this box, I did forget the little piece that is 1 by 1. We're going to put under where we have that scoop taken out. But you could have put this on after. Okay, now we're going to put tear and tape on the what's left of both of the 1/2-inch rectangles. And we're not going to put the boxes together until we pretty much have it almost done. So don't do that yet. Unless you don't want to have ribbon around it. Okay. We're going to fold it over and fold the sides to meet. Okay. Then put down the side tabs and make sure the last thing you put down is the one with the DSP on it. Okay, and that's our first box. And then we're going to flip this over, flip over the sides with the tape, and flip over the other side to meet it. All right, so now this is our back here. Put the side tabs down, and then make sure you put the one with the DSP down last. Okay, and that's our 2 boxes. So now we can let them dry and do our stamping. All right, so first we need some DSP and some Tuxedo Black Ink. And first, let's do the whole thing with the cup. Now, you can cut the cup out of the DSP. There is one that is the exact size. But I'm going to do some blending on this. Okay. And I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight ink and a piece of scrap there. And I'm going to blend heavier on the bottom. And then I don't want to go to the top of the cup because people don't usually fill whiskey to the top. But you can if you want. It's up to you. Here we go. And then I will cut that out with the matching die. And then I'm going to use the ice here with Tuxedo Black ink, and that will put that on. I keep closing it. We need our sprig, which I'm going to say is rosemary. It might not be, but that's what I think it is, because that's what I see a lot in whiskey drinking. And we need an orange. Great. Okay, then the last thing we can do is try to center the word cheers on our label. And that's it for stamping. Let me just cut these out. All right. Now we need some Stampin Blends, not too many. I'm using light and dark pumpkin pie and light old olive. So light old olive, I'm going to just color in the rosemary. And then I'm going to do the light pumpkin pie on the inner wedges and the dark pumpkin pie outside, sorry. All right. Okay, now I'm going to cut between the wedges of this orange, and I'm just going to stick it right on there and glue it right in place. Then I'm going to put some glue on my rosemary and kind of put it over the edge of the orange and slant it in. All right. Okay. Now we need our 2 circles. I'm just going to add them to each other with liquid glue. Okay. And then I'm going to get some dimensionals. Okay. Now we're going to put this right down in the middle of our circle. Good. All right. Now we need this box, and I'm going to add some shred. And here's more of my coasters, and I'll just put that in. Just make it look nice as possible. Okay. Now I'm going to get some Darling Duckling faux linen ribbon and tie a bow on the side. Now you could do this with some type of twine if you want, because it's a man. But some ladies like whiskies too. Alright, and I'll tie a bow on the left side. Then put some dimensionals on the back here. And just center that on the bottom half of it, or bottom 2/3. Okay. Then we need our other box. I didn't put any shred in that. I have another one. Alright, and we're going to put glue on this side. Straighten out your ribbon. We're going to put it right over the ribbon and try to get it even. Just stand it up. Okay, and we're good stuck there. All right, then we're going to take our cheers ribbon and put that kind of even with the circle, bottom of the circle. All right, and I'm resisting the urge to put glitter on everything because my husband's not a glitter person, but I am. All right, and then for the final touch, I'm going to put some of these. These are new. They are muted palette dots. These go with that, the rainbow cutout one. All right, I'm going to use the mossy metal ones. I'll take 2 small ones and put them on either side of the sentiment. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions? All my info is below. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.